Today we mourn a loss. We mourn a loss to the greatest chances we've ever going to get from a non-Absol one TPP, and it is time now to celebrate the death of said tour. We are the funeral partygoers, and we are just mourning a loss. This is a very sad day. It's a terrible day for Rain.
I can't believe you made that reference in the context of TPP of all things.
Hey everyone, this is Makoi. Welcome to the final episode of Tours Plaza Premiere 5. I'm joined by the widow of Tours Plaza Premiere 5.
Volcano 2004.
And today we are going to talk about the finals. Well, you already saw who won. Freaking Absol posters won again, folks.
What do you mean, Mako? No, they didn't. I'm not in denial.
Everyone's pretty much in denial. Even the Absols themselves feel like they're in denial because, man, this was just the most uneventful win. Actually, no. The most uneventful win was like what, TPP 2 or TPP 4. This one was just meh. This was just sobering. This one just so that's why the funeral based intro, So yeah. And Star Articuno's lost to the Absol posters. Let's review the final games before they die. First of all, Phantos losing to the Number Man. This was just a murder. This was just a big old murder. Death by murder, and by that I mean Manaphy. Because my God,
I think you mean death by Talonflame.
no, well, it was Talonflame, but that Manaphy said, what the hell? You got freaking Motor Drive to wall Regieleki, Iron Defense and Take Heart for full boosts, and Skull to kill Ursaluna under Light Screen. Like, how the hell? How the the
That's standard. I don't think acid armor is standard, but motor drive is.
Motor Drive is? I'm thinking that last move could. Oh, sorry, no, it's Acid Armor, not Iron Defense. But I would think that last move is what, stored power.
Probably.
I mean, it makes sense when you're having a full boost mana field like that. And yeah, the Talon Flame, of course, proceeded to sweep Phantos, even though he had perfectly good mines to, use against. For example, well, I think it was just it was just over because Talonflame both have Gale Wings and Magic Guard, so he couldn't possibly get the win or try to at least maneuver himself to take advantage of certain situations. For example, like maybe Aqua Jet, the Azumarill, or even
Mako, Aqua Jet wouldn't have even been able to connect because Bravebird would have moved first.
yeah, Gale Wing. Gale Wings takes priority over Aqua Jet, so that wouldn't easily
Yeah,
make
the
sense.
Talonflame just made things kind of impossible once Ursaluna was gone.
Also, but the hard switch at turn 14 also doesn't make sense because Thunderous could actually live like a hit from a Brave Bird. Why did he hard switch? Maybe Flare Blitz.
He hard switched because turn 14, you said?
Turn 14, yes. Like that didn't make sense to me. Like he had, like I said, he had perfectly good mons to counteract TNM's team, especially the Talon Flame in particular, but he didn't just take advantage of it and just lost. Very, very casually.
To be fair, I don't think Thunderous is a very frail mon too. It's like a
I
lily.
guess. I guess. If
So
you.
it might have also just died to a flare blitz even for full, cause like not only does it not outspeed, it's frail.
And yes, stab plus magic guard plus potentially life orb as well. Oh yeah, life orb. Yeah, that Thunder was basically a dead Sunday by then. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense in the end. TNM picked up the win very nicely. It was just an easy win. Next up, Stab and Mega. We got Oakley's losing to Ice Master. Oakley's, you could have been the chosen one. What have you done?
What he did was get a slightly bad MU versus, uh, yeah, Thunderous.
Thunderous, yes. Although there were a couple of misplays that I saw that I was like questioning so hard. First of all, Oakley's could have just unmega'd against Golden Go as it needed its regen ability for better longevity and gaining back some much needed HP. You know,
Wait, what?
I'm thinking that Golden Go is regen.
What?
What?
Did you forget what tier this is?
Oh, this isn't Poke. This is Stab and Mega. Bleh. Oh no!
Get me concerned.
Oh no, wait, I was talking about the Toxapex, not the Golden Go. It's the Toxapex. He could have unmega'd the Toxapex against Golden Go because the regen ability.
Unmega. You can't unmega something.
No, unmega'd in the fact that he shouldn't have used the Mega Stone. There.
I don't. Where
Basically,
did this actually matter, though?
basically he could have just not mega his Toxapex because regen was so useful against Arcanine, against Golden Go, maybe even against Dragonite if he's ballsy. But like, yeah,
It does not beat Golden Go.
maybe with the set he has, he probably doesn't. But it's called
I
longevity.
don't think him having regen would have. Wait, no, let me see. Oh, yeah, I guess maybe it would have helped there.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
better.
no, it would not have helped in the slightest. I take it back,
Why?
because the two remaining things just kill it anyways.
What,
They
Thunderous?
just, yes,
I guess if he's running like.
Thunders and Cresselia for that matter.
Actually, that makes sense. He still would have lost. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
the regen or not, that didn't matter.
really. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, then, Oakley's. But yeah, the Red Orb Thunderous, I mean, it was just basically the OP Mon MVP. Revenge killing with Weather Ball. Like, all of Oakley's low hanging mons by that point just basically died to just one Weather Ball. It was not pretty if you're an Oakley's fan. But the end game was intense. You will give it credit though. The end game was pretty intense. Oakley's Golden Go was the last minute win con against the Take Heart Esper Wing Cresselia, and even though it did beat it through some critical plays, eventually the Thunderous just kind of beats it with a crit of all things. But like, yeah,
That crit did not matter.
that crit might have not mattered, but yeah, if he had killed the Thunderous, if he had tried to kill Thundy, then he would have had a better chance. Unfortunately, he didn't take the bait. Ultimately, Ice Master just picked up a solid win. Very good win. Could be an honorable mention for the best game, but because it is personally my favorite game of the week, but yeah, it was. It just came at the expense of Oakley's great unbeaten streak.
At what turn did he fail to kill Thunderous?
Just over the course of the game, not any specific turn. That's what I saw during when I saw this game live.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, Ice Master picking up a solid win, probably bumping up his mediocre record in Stab and Mega to even better heights. So good job, Ice Master. Next up, National Dex Same Six. We got Lady Salamence losing to the Tempering. This was surprised.
I can't say I was totally surprised. I mean, didn't we both predict Temp to win.
And no, I'm just wondering what was going through in the same six in Lady Salamance's same six prep because Temp. I didn't know. I didn't know what Temp was building, but like I'm curious to know what the hell was the Lady Salamence thinking with some of these sets.
Well, you see, I think Lady Salmons did basically have all the tools to win, but couldn't fully utilize or just couldn't quite use them to the fullest. I don't know.
Yeah, because there was the early turn setup with Aurora's.
Yeah, the early turn sleep powder miss also hurt exponentially.
Well, there was also Aurora's, which Temp set up with the Aurora Veil, much giving him much needed longevity, especially I believe this is like Clay. And having Roar, that was pretty cool. Like, and also like Ancient Power, and oh no, sorry, Blizzard to just absolutely wall um Lady Salamence's own Auroras before succumbing to it. It was very cool. Not taking out with much needed HP. Allowing, of course, for the poor.
In the end, Aurora Veil didn't matter very much
No,
at
no, no,
all.
no, it didn't. No, it didn't at all because Aurora's died early on. But it did allow Porygon to get some much to do the setup of normal conversion, like right you see here, then the Z conversion. But yeah, the sleep
Yeah,
powder,
that didn't matter
but the
because
sleep powder miss.
because if Aurora Veil literally wore off on the turn we sleep powered, so no, Aurora Veil being there or not didn't matter in the slightest.
It was the
It
sleep.
was actually completely useless.
Well, the sleep powder did matter though, didn't it? In turn nine,
Yes,
that one
yes, it
mattered.
did.
That one mattered, putting to a stop to Venomoth and preventing the Porygon Z from really actually no prevented the Venomoth from getting two threatening mons like Porygon Z right over here. But the red card Endure was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was not supposed to be used for Porygon though, so that's why the sleep powder miss was so detrimental. It was meant to be used for D-Dance Flygon, which yes, Temp brought.
Dead Temp Broad, yes, and I would expect it. This is
I had a
a
good feeling that would be what he would
I mean, it
bring.
was an expected bring. Like no one bets an eye and says, "Oh, I'm not gonna do D-Dance Flygon. I'm just gonna do Style Flygon." No, this is definitely a matchup where D-Dance Flygon easily could win. Um,
Or Scarf.
or Scarf,
Scarf is
but
pretty good here too.
yes, the investment in Flygon was pretty much there, and it basically killed Mega Man Electric, and then outsmarting the Icy Wind Air Balloon Gengar. Which is an okay set, but you know what? The Outrage, the Dragon Claw basically killed it. He also had Yachi Berry as well on his Flygon, which, okay. Was that meant for Porygon, or was that meant for Gengar's Icy Wind? Or Auroras in general? Like, what was.
It
Uh,
was just meant for stuff.
yeah, it was just meant for
It's
Ice, I
just
guess.
yeah.
Okay, towards the end, and I know we talked about this after the game finished, Porygon Z maybe could have won the end game for Lady Salamence had he agility'd and not killed Ventmoth immediately. But the poison, of course, did not help as well. This temp gave the huge advantage and eventually the win.
Yeah, although Temp did apparently bring Mirror or Venomoth.
Let's see it. I did. Oh, yeah, look at that. He did. He did bring Mirror Venomoth. Was that for
So
Quiverdam?
it would have copied our stat boost.
Oh, no, no, no. It was for the Porygon. Right, right. It, let's see, take a look at this one. You had Choice Scarf Gengar, which is to counteract probably D-Dance Flygon, the Destiny
Yes,
Bonding.
yes it is. Oakley's brought that in test games. A number of sets Temp used here were brought in were thought about and used in test games.
Which is pretty nice. It was pretty nice to see. Although I could, Psychic Fang's Mega Trick. I know this is supposed to be for Gengar, but like what?
Wait, what?
Psychic Fang's Manectric.
Hey, yo, what the?
Yeah, exactly. My reaction. Like, what the f indeed. Also, yeah, Dragon Tail
No,
was Flygon.
I don't think it's for. I don't think it's quite for Gengar or anything. Think it's.
Venomoth?
I think it's more like for Venomoth
Oh.
slash to get rid of screens.
Oh, yeah. For Aurora Veil. That's right. Clever. Clever
Yeah.
attempt. Clever. Clever boy,
Now,
Tim.
Lady Salamence thought of running Brick Break on Gengar to get
What?
rid of screens.
Isn't Gengar's physical attack like crap?
Yes.
Wow.
It was to be used as a way to get rid of screens. However, we ultimately decided against it, it figuring it lost too much potential power.
Maybe he could have brought that and tried to prevent the Aurora Veil, the Auroras in the beginning, in the first couple of turns. Maybe even try to set up like.
I don't. Nah, because like we saw, it didn't end up mattering.
Okay. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But you know what? Classic temp victory, classic outbuilding, outprepping. You know what Temp's building style is by now. It's too unconventional to even for same six. Next up, 72992 beating Shiloh. This was funny. This had a funny. This one had a the funny moment that just developed at the end, which was no one.
This is the only game that I hadn't actually seen before today.
Mm. Well, you don't need to because it didn't even matter because Shiloh brought wrong. He brought the wrong thing. Yeah, you could try to make the argument that yeah, this is for anime plot armor because the Absols were leading 4-2 going into this point, so any win for the Articunas was much needed by that point. But Shiloh here brought the wrong thing. Yeah, sure, you could say, oh, there was Hazard Stack in the beginning, and there was the Defog Mandibuzz to try to counteract that sort of thing, but no! No one freaking noticed that Dragapult brought U-Turn at turn 18, which was very crucial. No one bat an eye on it until who was it that said it? Lady Salamence, I believe.
Plaku.
Plaku was the one who said it. I know. Lady Salamence and Lady Salamence said shoutouts to U-Turn Dragapult, and Plaku went yeah, and then yeah. Both of them conspired against Shiloh because he brought U-Turn Dragapult. What the hell?
I like how it took so long for people to actually notice that.
Let's
Like
talk
it
about
happened in like turn turn
18
in the late turn 18.
and only
And they didn't notice till like past turn 30.
turn 31 in particular. But yeah, Shiloh literally brought an illegal team in week 1 and now gets to end his tour with another illegal team. So good job on that, Shiloh.
Good job, Temp, who has been building for Shiloh.
Don't reveal that. Well, actually, no. No one cares. No one cares about it build that because it's the end of the damn tour. But whatever. No one noticed.
I revealed that while not actually being in the server or anything, so it's not exactly super secret.
Not exactly, no. Well, to the teams that were competing. But I guess that doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, next up, partners in crime, Chromate versus Chris Numbers. Well, okay, Chris started off strong, I guess, using Goldango to get rid of Ninetales and bring Chinpao to Sash level to perfectly set up a no-retreat Ogre Pawn to baton pass to a Landorus with Terra Fire Clefable would follow me as backup support. Why Clefable over Clefairy? Because it has Friend Guard? I don't know.
Ask Instruct, apparently.
What the I want the PIC cancel. What the hell is Clefable good? Is Clefable rising in usage in Partners in Crime? Ask that in the chat.
Like, apparently he
Or
used it
Chromate.
because of instruct, and I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, me neither. But like the no retreat Ogrepon Landorus, the baton pass thing was pretty cool. It's just that Clefable did like hurt me. Also, Chromate's team was like, it was expected. It was totally expected. Chromate played around those setups though pretty well with Intimidate Lando as well as Terra flying Roaring Moon, allowing themselves to tank Dazzling Gleam from Lando to both kill it and Clefable with acrobatics, which was nice. The endgame, though, was pretty intense. We had Sucker Punch killing Goldango, saving Okidogi for the endgame, using Ice Spinner on both Ogrepon and Dragonite for the endgame. Chromate had a really fascinating endgame. You'd think Chris Numbers was like, oh, on the offensive because he brought more offensive mons towards the endgame, but no, Chromate absolutely saw that ahead and just saved Okidogi because, it was pretty crucial to save it by the end, especially with Shen Pao as its final mon. We tried Ice Spinner to kill Dragonite, Ogrepon, couldn't really live a hit, etc., etc., etc. Good job, Chrome.
Okie dokie, here we go!
Yes, okie dokie. Okie dokie literally brought Chromate to a 9 and 0. So congratulations, Chromate. You are the PIC master.
And congrats on being 9-0, a feat rarely, that rarely happens.
Yes. You can only think of what?
A feat rarely seen.
Two people. I can only think of two people that are 9 and 0. Michael Gerbest and now Chromate. Well done. Well done. Well done to that elite club. Next up, Rashay losing to Casual.exe in 3 Ranbats games. Now, Gen 7 had a pretty crucial miss with on turn 9 with Mega Medicham losing a high jump kick, even though
Oh,
it was
I remember.
it was a pretty crucial miss as well because Mega Caesar needed to go, and unfortunately, it just didn't capitalize on that moment. Casual putting up a toxic spike, a singular toxic spike to continuously poison Rishay's Mons. You really probably should have brought more of Moltres and Hydreigon, just things that can levitate. Although those were the only two that really mattered for in terms of levitating
That
Mons.
Caesar would have so been dead from that high jump kick had it hit.
Yeah, but the real end game here was Flygon surviving multiple outrages and a flame body burn to win that game. So a very good win, but well, a very lucky win by Casual. Able to dodge that high jump kick so well. And ultimately, using Blissey, using Greninja, using all these other mons to take advantage, and ultimately picked up the win there. Okay. Gen 9, though, was a completely different story.
Miko, excuse you.
Excuse me. We needed a burp for our finals. Gen 9 saw the Lurantis surviving multiple gunk shots to kill Passimian. Terra fighting Calyrex being the MVP, surviving Noivern's Hurricanes to set up Substitute and Nasty's plot and sweep the rest of Casual's Mon. So Riche got a little bit of comeback there. Gen 2 happened. I'm surprised Gen 2 decided this whole series.
I'm not, because no one wants to play Gen 2 first. They want to save it for last because they want to just win in 2 and not have to play it.
Well, hardy har, you Ranbats mains, because you're forced to play Gen 2, and this is how we like it. But Casual just ended up winning due to a very unique strat, a very exclusive strat involving only evolutions for this game, which is the Baton Pass growth. It was able to Baton Pass growth itself to against so it can pass it on to Jolteon, who had growth itself, who had Thunderbolt, who had Hidden Power Ice, having its own growth as well. And just generally, after Magneton died, it was just left to Jolteon to just basically kill everything in Reché's side. It was just that weak to Jolteon.
Oh yeah, I don't think I actually saw this. I don't think I actually saw the Gen 2 game
It
in
was good.
full, cause I think I was doing like an official tour in Tours Room at the time.
It was good. It was a good strat, and ultimately Casual picked up the win due to that baton pass evolution strat. So well done, Casual. Well done, Casual. Next up, Natdex Ubers FC versus the Strap. Yeah. This one was the decider. This was the final game that was played. The final game of
Yes,
TPP.
and it was the worst one of the week.
It was the worst game, unfortunately. Lumberry Rayquaza had a hard time killing Arc Ground, who was recover spamming until it was switched out, still in yellow health, which would become very crucial later. Yeah, I didn't like how FC didn't bother to at least keep the Arceus safe, at least keep it in green health instead of, switching it out when it was in yellow. Because Arceus Ground would have teared through Zacian. It would have teared through, I guess, his own Arceus. But most importantly, like, Rayquaza was, like, doing jack to Arceus Ground. He maybe could have survived that. Crucial miss happened in turn 15 when Groudon missed the Precipice Blades to Calyrex. That was the decider. That was the decider, which, had he hit that, uh, Cramorant would have been dead due to a Stone Edge, probably. Zacian would have been mega dead. And yeah, the rest, the strap couldn't have really have won from that point. But yeah, that decided it.
I think you mean FC and not the strap.
Well, yeah, FC could have won. Strap could have not have any sort of chance of winning. But yeah, FC lost.
See, the miss on Calyrex from Precipice was actually pretty crucial.
It was very crucial, and it ultimately became the turning point where Strap proceeded to outplay, using Cramorant to paralyze Zacian, having his own Zacian beat Coil Zygarde with Play Rough. Although, personally, I think FC should have rested instead of Coil to turn 22. You know, maybe could stall out with the Play Rough. Maybe could have stalled out the Play Rough at that point, even though it's Life Orb. You could maybe,
Are we certain it was rest?
No, it didn't reveal it. But
I don't know if FC ever posted his team,
it,
so
it didn't. That's unfortunate. But yeah, if it had rest, then he should have used it over Coil. And then yeah, Koraidon just swept the end game. So unfortunately that miss happened and the strap took the win. But unfortunately that didn't matter because this tour doesn't have prices, and the strap was very pissy about it.
yeah, I think FC should still take the win, but I think it might be a little late for that.
The strap went full monkey, and he didn't receive his custom avatar. He didn't receive a prize of any sort. But yeah, good win, Strap. Well done on the win, buddy.
Who was
Anyway,
the real winner in all of this?
no one. And the final game was Masi versus the Pizza Man. I personally thought Dragapult was pretty useless early on against Mollux, because it only managed to hit measly Fire Blasts before succumbing to it, which was also Dragon Fire. Not really like my favorite Dragapult. Not really my favorite Dragapult type combo, but I guess it works.
I'm more partial to the Dragon Water variant.
Yeah, Dragon Water would have benefited Dragapult a lot better than Dragon Fire. Remora did a good enough job poisoning would-be resists in Equilibra and Argonaut. Had it not have corrosion, the Pizza Man could have probably like had a better chance by that, but unfortunately it was corrosion, which is the good Glamora set. And yeah, it was it ended up being very good for him. Nothing much else to say about this game, honestly. Mossy
Can
just
you tell Euphenos helped with Mossy's prep?
it was good. It was a good prep. Like Hydreigon and Thunderous were good damage dealers. Leviathan was built for tanking. It was just a very good team by Mossy. A very good bring here, ultimately picking up the win in not very surprising fashion, but it boosts up your individual record. So well done, Mossy. Well done, Mossy. So yeah, overall, all Pokeyard, we had a fun. Anyway, that was the end of the tour proper. Now, before we head into it, I would like to say like the Articunos definitely over delivered in this whole TPP. They unironically have a really good team. After looking about it, done it now. Yes, I ranked them fifth because I think this team was good if it played their cards right, and they did. They did play their cards right, and look where they got them. Runner up. Very well deserved. You got Oakley's and Chromate being amazing players throughout the rest of the tour. Mossy as well, despite the meme of me predicting against him, Mossy did super well, and so did FC. 7992 did what did fairly certain in his 2 wins. The rest did okay, but nothing too special. I wish Space Speakers performed better. I wish Phantos performed better. I wish Lady Salamence. I wish Lady Salamence could have had better prep, but
Yeah, I think we gotta especially wish that. I think we have to especially wish that Lady Salamence performed better, considering they were the consistent starter.
right, and yet
For,
he was the only
for both
player.
ESPN and Mystery OU, they would trade around slots quite a bit because they didn't really have a firm starter.
Right, their Poke slot definitely could use some work, and their national names their same six prep definitely could have used some work. But the rest of the tiers they got it down. Stab and Mega was good. Uh, PIC especially was really good. Cap Camo they were all right. They were pretty good at. And the Ubers they were pretty certain at. History OU they didn't have any sort of trouble with that. Rands they were okay at, but that's really about it. Yeah, the Articunos did over deliver. Didn't have first 5 weeks, and then just lost the last 2 weeks, which kind of slowed their momentum down, but not really because they outperformed still in the semifinals, and then had a really close race in finals. Meanwhile, the Absols. What can I say? It was what can we really say? This one was
Do we
pro.
need to say anything about it?
I mean, this one, like I mentioned before in the power rankings, that this was basically a best of the Absol posters. This was literally like the Smash Ultimate of Absol posters, the NBA All Star game of the Absol posters, where they had literally every recognizable Absol that they have under their dispense. Just add in the fact that you have temp support now, and look what they got them.
Yeah, from what I can see, the temp support carried.
The temp support hella carried for the actual posters. I mean, the number man didn't need prep. The number man went 7-1, so he definitely did not need prep with that extra prep with temp because he could just build the worst poke team and still win. He could build the worst camo cap team and still win. That's just how good TNM is. The Pizza Man carried carried for the last 4 weeks, although it resulted in him getting a negative record. Same record as me actually, but it's fine. Casual didn't need prep because he's a Rams main. Do you need prep? Do you need help with prepping with Rams? Andy Ubers. Andy Ubers, the strap definitely benefited from the temp help. Temp, of course, did amazingly on his own as well. Ice Master,
Temp and Ice Master, right?
yeah, Ice Master as well. Temp Of course, same six. Never deny that temp support. This one is one of his good years in TP. So take solace in the fact that this one was one of his good years. Ice Master, of course, pulling his weight to a positive record. Shiloh as well, very very solid. Chris, Flugel, and Part did their contributions fairly well, having one win for each of them. Flugel's first win.
Haha, what do you mean Part never played?
He never played, but he still got a win.
Haha, what do you mean he never played, silly Nikoi? Ha ha ha.
Yes. He never played, but still got a
That is
W.
still 1-0. Perfect record. I have no idea what you're
He
talking about. Ha 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 ha.
Part wins by doing absolutely nothing confirmed. He's the new Luigi. I wish Zoe and Tranquility. The only real downside is that Tranquility did have a pretty bad TPP, and Zoe especially disappointed with a 2-5 record. Overall, like, you know, Absols did amazingly. Their PIC could use some work, but every other tier they got down, and look what happened. They're champions again.
To be honest, I just feel maybe they should slide in Chris numbers at an earlier point.
Right? Definitely. Chris and Zoe could have maybe benefited from switching, from alternating between weeks, but who's to say? Zoe just wanted to prep, and prep she did with some whack sets. Didn't carry to a good record, unfortunately, at the end. So, before we move on to the big thing, okay, art, who won predictions?
Do you mean for the finals
The
or
finals.
for overall?
Finals first, before overall.
Okay, scrolling down all the way to the finals. Okay, here we are. Ugh. Well, it was close, but in second place we have me with 5 out of 8.
Mm-hmm.
And in first place we have you with 6 out of 8.
That means that this is my fifth week one in predictions, and you only won 4 weeks in predictions. So, yay! I won in week, but not in points. Not in points.
Yes.
Because
you
PokeArt,
cannot beat me in points.
PokeArt, kindly reveal the overall count.
Okay. So, I will review the placements of everyone who did predicts here or did them consistently.
Go ahead.
So in last place, or fourth, we have Euphanos who predicted with us twice. He got 25 overall correct predicts out of the 48 games he predicted in, giving him a 52%
Predictions rate. Predictions rate. We'll call them predictions rate.
he got 52% of his predicts correct.
Yeah. It's a predicts successful predicts correct thing. We like math, okay? So we need a percentage.
Successful predictions percentage.
Yes. SPP.
No, successful predictions rate.
SPR. Okay.
Yeah, we're calling it an SPR now.
Yes. We coined
Okay,
it.
in third place, we have Yoko. You see, while Yoko got more predicts right than everyone quantity-wise, because he predicted every single game every single week. These are his results. He got 133 correct out of 248, though this does not count for dead games and such.
Yep.
and his SPR is 53.63%.
Fairly decent SPR, to be honest. I didn't think that Yoko would get a better SPR than Euphanos, but
Well, Euphanos didn't do super well the 2 times he predicted. He only got like 12 and 13 out of 24.
right, but yeah, Yoko definitely he pulled his predicts back, not gonna lie. His predictions doesn't seem all that bad when you look at the broader picture and when you actually think who won. Especially when you consider like week one he got 14 predicts right, week two got 15 predicts right, week three got
No,
21.
Mikoi, 14 and 15 are really bad.
Well, out of yeah, right, because it was out of
32.
32. But he had some strong ones. Week three he got 21. He got over half there. Week six he got 21. Week seven he got 28, 20. And then semis he did pretty well for himself. All right, the reveal who's second and who won. Don't miss universe it.
What do you mean by Miss Universe?
It's a meme.
Well, I don't get it.
Just announce the correct winner, and don't f up like Steve Harvey did. Old joke.
Oh, wait, I get it now. Yeah, even I heard about that.
Dang, we're old. All right, who won?
Okay, well, I can't say one. I'm just gonna say in second place, we have Mikoi with 111 correctly predicted games out of 192, giving him an SPR of 57.81%.
Didn't I think I would get a over 50% SPR, but here we are. I actually did pretty well.
Nico, you got over 50% for almost every week, so of course your average would be about that.
Well, I did surprisingly. I wasn't using my betting man instincts. That's why I won. Well, I won most of the weeks. I just didn't win in overall predicts because the winner is.
Yep, the winner is actually me, believe it or not. Even though Mikoi won more weeks, I had wins by larger margins, giving me more points than Mikoi.
Yep.
And I suppose on average I did better.
Right. So how many did you?
Anyways, so I got 116 correct predicts out of 192, and my SPR is 60.42%.
60% SPR. So well done, PokeArt. You win predictions wars yet again by 5 predicts right. It's gonna be real closer once we get to the next when we get to the next tour. But we'll see what happens.
Closer, you say, but the next tour will be like BLT of 2024, won't it?
TLT. There's literally TLT.
Oh, right.
Alright.
Am I gonna have to predict for those as well?
Yes. I already made a column. I literally only made a column for TLT.
Oh my god. What if I'm in it then?
Well, I don't have to predict for your game. Well, no. You don't have to predict for your game. I will still predict for your game.
Got it.
All right, now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for: the results of the Tours Plaza 5 Awards. Tours Plaza Premier 5 Awards.
We're ready.
So here we go. This is it, the TPP 5 Awards. It's time to celebrate the tour that was with some silly awards. First award, we got the best managing duo out of the 16 people and the 8 pairs and the 8 teams. Oh my! So, who would you have voted for? Well, actually, no, no shit. Who voted Pokehard? Who did you vote for? Is that
Well,
it?
I voted for myself and you
Well,
because
duh.
I am unashamedly biased.
Yes, you are. You are the best manager. But does that result in you being the winner? No, because the winner of Best Managing Duo is the Articunos with 39.4% of the vote, 13 votes. Second place is the Tinkatons with Bloss and Gingy with 9 votes. Third place comes to the Absol Posters. So, Ha, take your third Ice Master in TNM. And fourth place is Euphanos and Pokeyard with 9.1% of the vote. So, would you say this is well deserved after being in the Articuno server?
I don't know. Maybe
Were they
they
active
seem
at
to
all?
they seem to be good.
All right. Were they active at all? Both of them?
They didn't seem they didn't seem to be as active as me and you were throughout the tour, but from what I can tell at least, but they seem to be just enough on top of things to be a good managing pair.
That's good. You know what? That's good. That's good. Yeah, and it comes with the experience. Now having have hosted, well, oh no, not hosted, managed once before. They've probably earned enough experience and also the multiple cred that they've had in the past. Ultimately, they resulted into them winning. So congratulations to Hale and TDR for winning.
Yep, congrats.
Next up, best tier. Best tier in TPP. Which one was the most popular tier to play? Which one was the best tier to absolutely build and play on in a specific basis? We got all the 8 teams, which will probably be making a return to TPP once we have a TPP 6, but who knows? And the winner for best tier of the 33 responses we got was same 6. No surprise.
Oh, I see Poke came in second. How big of a difference was there?
So National Dex Same 6 won with 9 votes with 27.3%. Poke came in second with 7 votes. 2 votes apart.
I just want to say, I think it's cool that Poke got second because, well, that was the tier I voted for Same Six, but Poke was personally in my second place.
It was a good tier. It was definitely a good tier to build. There were definitely a lot of broken mons, but there were also a lot of really creative choices for builds. Same 6 is, of course, the best tier. No cap. As a same 6
No
player,
camo cap.
no camo cap. As a same 6 player myself, I definitely could see like the potential in same 6, and hopefully this stays. Hopefully just stays for the remainder of TPP proper, because this tier encapsulates TP in a nutshell. You got creative builds, you got whack builds, you got decent mons to work off of, you got shit mons to work off of. It just depends on the nature of the build, and that's what Same Six is all about. Third place is Partners in Crime with 5 votes and 15.2% of the votes. Mystery OU and Camo Cap came in fourth, and the rest is not persona non grata.
What's that even mean?
You don't know your Latin. This is why
No.
I am a nerd, okay? I'm old and I'm a nerd. We knew this. All right, best.
Yeah, okay.
All right, one of the
Well,
tiers.
like, I don't know Latin, man. I don't know what you expected.
Well, one of the tiers that were chosen was Mystery OU, and so we fortunately have the freedom to choose which rule set we're going to use for Mystery OU. So we decided to make that into a category. Best OU tier. Which one was the most popular rule set to use in Mystery OU? Because there were definitely a lot of creative choices, and this was definitely a contentious tier to build off of, especially when it comes to the OU players. And the winner for best mystery OU rule is a tie. Usually uses moves and monocolor. One with 8 votes each, with 24.2% of the votes. Early weeks, it could be early week momentum because this is typically like the best time to think of a potentially good roll set, and this was the two that stood out.
Ah,
This was all these were also returning rule sets from TPP 4, so suffice it to say both are really popular. Next up was Alphabet Moves and Freedom Cups.
wait, don't you want to know which one I voted for?
Which one did you vote for?
You see, I actually voted for monocolor.
Okay, why do you think monocolor wins in your opinion?
Well, I just kind of liked it the best. It wasn't annoying to build for, and it was a decent gimmick.
Unfortunately, the monocolor teams that were submitted were had illegal teams.
Yikes.
Remember in week one were two teams. One of them was Shiloh. I think one of them was against
Yeah,
Steven.
yeah, because he was apparently purple. Whoops.
Oops. Yeah. So yeah, that was funny. But other than that, both of them probably you'll see in another mystery OU rule set whenever that may be. And yeah, it was just a very close one, a close race to say the least. Another like really good. Another tier that was played is of course multi-gen rants, and we decided who would be what was the best generation to play rant bats in, according to all the rants people and according to the spectators who viewed these rant bats games. Which one was the best, most watchable gen to play rant bats in? Pokeart, what did you vote for here?
Well, you didn't have individual options for Gen 9, 8, and stuff, but if I had to personally say which ones I favor the most, I say gens 9 and 7.
Well,
There is
you're
no individual ding for
Reese.
Gen 9.
Recency bias. I call recency bias in your favor.
They're the least taxing, man. The older you get, the more taxing it is. I swear.
I personally would have voted for Gens 3, 4, 5 because they're the most reliable gens. They were the most like consistent. They were the gens I could
Gen
learn the
5,
most.
maybe, not Gen 3.
Wow, no disrespect to Gen 3. I would have voted for either Gen 3, 4, 5 personally, just because I'm more used to the Gen 3, 4, 5 mechanics than the recent games and the older stuff. But the winner, overwhelmingly, was the recent, the modern era generations. Gen 8 and 9 both collectively won with 18 votes, 54.5% of the vote. I guess many people just really like the Terra generation. I know people wouldn't have voted because Gen 8, but Gen 9 by itself, I think people were just very used to that Terra meta.
Yeah, I myself am very used to it.
Of course, and see, your recency bias does not suffice in my opinion. Gen 7 was second with 1.2% of the vote. Guess what's third? Gen 1 and 2. Gen 1 and 2
Surely
got
someone is memeing.
Gen,
Surely.
Gen 1 and 2 got 2%, tying with Gen 4 and 5, so that's a disgrace. Both Gen 3 and Gen 6 were lucky enough to get a votes in, but you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. Congratulations to both Gen 8 and 9. Hopes you don't suck after the DLC 2 gets released.
I think no one would be vote. I don't think many people would be voting for Gen 8 if it was its own option. Just saying.
Of course, I paired it up with Gen 9 because recency bias. Okay, now the tier options out of the way. Let's talk now about individual players that were certain highlights of the entire tour. First of all, best steal. I was fairer this time in which to decide which one was the best steal. My criteria for best steal has always been he's got to be under 10k and would have won at least 5 or more wins. Four or five or more wins. Um, to be considered a best steal option. And these were
I think that's a pretty good criteria.
these were the 7 that I chose. There could be potentially more, but after the finals
like Dreepy, who was only like 3K but went 3-1.
But again, Poker, I said 4 or more wins.
I know. But that for 3K is pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm not saying that to piss on JP. It's still pretty good. But the best steal, the winner, was Oakley's with an
overwhelmingly so.
Yeah, 9K with 14 votes, 42.4% of the votes, very well deserved. Oakley's a player with little hype, well, some hype, because he went for 9K. He went with some hype, but not that much hype. And now I bet the next TPP he's going to be worth price. He's going to be worth bank if you want him to be on the team.
For real.
Second place was Hiss, 7K with 5 votes. Very nice. And a four-way tie for third place: Don Vasquez, Dugza, Strap, and Casual. And Taka gets only 2 votes.
Damn.
Congratulations, Oakley's, because he's 8-1. What a Chad. Oh, you thought this would be the last you'll see of Oakley's? Nah. Dude's a Chad all throughout.
I can't believe he was on my team last year, but like he didn't really do anything too standoutish. He just kind of helped for the most part in chat.
Didn't expect it.
I would have never expected that.
You didn't expect
1 year later.
Yeah, you didn't expect they would unlock his hidden potential with Stabbing Mega. That was his forte. Alright, time to move on to the opposite side of the spectrum. Biggest overpay, guys who went for more, well in this case over more than 12.5k, where Tranquility's case is just 12.5k, but typically what I would consider in the future is like over 15k, but that would result in less options, I guess. Just general people who you think would be high pricey, but ended up disappointing with neither a bad record or just general like 0-0 mentality. And the winner for biggest overpay, not best overpay. Ew. Sundays, 11 votes, 33.3% of the vote with 15k, and didn't even play a freaking game once.
Well, that's just the manager price.
Why do you have to buy yourself as a playing manager if you don't even play?
That is a little stupid.
That is
there's a reason I held off on buying myself this year, even though I did so last year.
That kind of costs the Frostmots in the long run because they could have used that money to buy better players. Fortunately not.
More solid slots, yeah.
Because they already have Instruct and Shadow for Partners in Crime. What chance would Sundays play? Unfortunately.
Yeah, you don't need Sundays to play with Instruct and Shadow. Why are you just hogging the PIC pool at this point?
No disrespect to Sundays. I'm sure he has his reasons, but if you bought people, you could have just played. You could have just took a back seat and let the players shine. Let the guys who are playing the tier freaking work. Second place.
Sundays did become one of the managers mid-draft, so it's hard to even say if he had any intention of playing from the beginning. or if they just kind of took 15K off the team just to make him a manager.
Maybe the latter could be the reason, but like, it just doesn't work either way. It didn't work for them greatly. Second place is Tier Acid with 17,000. What was his record? Like 1-3. Damn.
Did he even win?
Did he even win? Did he even win a single thing?
He barely played, and I'm not sure if he ever won.
Let's see that. He only played what? Partners in Crime? Oh no. Cap Camo. Cap Camo.
What?
What? What did?
He played NetDeck Supers.
Oh, he played the first 2 weeks of NatDex Supers, and he only played those.
Lost both,
Lost.
and never played again.
Never played again. Took a back seat. 17K. Well worth the price, guys. The 30.3% of the vote. Third place was Yuki, 21 with 8 votes, 24.2% of the votes. Yeah, 21K was a big overpay, big oversight on their part. And Space Speakers and Tranquility both got 2 votes each.
At least Space was active in the chat and like helped with prep and stuff. He was useful. At least Yuki actively prepped and played every week.
At least here, at least played the first 2 weeks. What did Sundays do?
Barely played less than guard.
Yeah. And Sundays played 0.
The same amount of games as guard.
And Sundays played 0. So congratulations, Sundays. All right. From someone who didn't play a single game to someone who should play more games in the future, most underplayed award. We got 5 here. We got 5 of the choices. Who did you vote for, Poker?
I voted for guard.
Yeah, I also would have voted guard. Like personally, it sucks when he had to take off the tour to deal with IRL issues. But
That's unfortunate.
yeah, it was just so unfortunate that it happened in the middle of the tour. And had guard played more, the OMMs could have been bangers, could have been easy playoff options. It's still amazing we got second place. Still amazing we got second place despite not having guard around. But the winner was Aerobe with 10 votes, 30.3% of the vote. Well, I consider like, because Aerobe actually played like a decent amount. 3 games.
4 times?
Yeah, 4 times. Maybe it's because the amount, because he had that unbeaten streak in the first 3 weeks. Didn't play a single game after that then. And only returned after like what, week 6, week 7 with prep. So it was unfortunate. I think Araby should have played more in Attic Ubers and Ranbats because he definitely have proved himself. Just short on potential. Short on potential. Please come back next year though, and if you do get to play more, I expect you to do well, Araby.
I find it ironic how there were 2 players from the OMMs here, and the one who won was actually the one who played more.
That is really funny. Second place, Shadow Master with 7 votes, 21.2% of the vote. Definitely could have played more in a PIC, but I guess it's more understandable because Instruct was doing well.
Yep. I guess PIC this gen is really a tier 1 in builder.
Tier 1.
If you're a good builder like Instruct, you win.
He is the tier council after all, Instruct.
He's the tier leader.
He is the tier leader. He is the council. He is Instruct. He instructs people. Chris numbers, Guard and Irpa both have 5, all 6 and 5 votes respectively. But yeah, Araby, it was good having you. It was good having you, and hopefully next year, if you do sign up again, hopefully you come back and let's team again because I appreciate you. I appreciate you were part of the OMMs, and hopefully next year you'll do great.
He seems fun.
Yeah. Breakout star of the year. I didn't include people who are relatively well known in small gun, so it was just basically new players who we haven't seen before in a previous Tourist Plaza, people who may not be familiar with them thanks to the old asses of the Tourist Plaza community. It was just a way to introduce these players into the community and hopefully get to know them and familiarize with them a little bit through TPP. So, our breakout star of the year goes to Rafna, 17 votes,
I
51.5%.
didn't even vote for Rafna, and he still got over half the vote.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it was just. I think it's deserved. Rofno got through fame thanks to the Tours Plaza seasonals, and getting to showcase that in Tours Plaza Premiere was definitely a step in the right direction. You guys had a great pickup in Rofna. I personally would have voted for Rofna. I think it's a well-deserved win.
Also, since I know Rafna watches these videos, Rafna, please take no offense to the fact I did vote for you. I voted for Dreepy.
He still voted for a Litwick. She still voted for a Litwick. It just wasn't you.
I think Rafna would probably take more votes than Dreepy would. I didn't feel like Dreepy was gonna get any appreciation for how he did in his very first team tour.
It is very for. This is literally Drekloak's like coming out party. So he is now part of Team Tours, and now he's done well for himself. Even though he's fourth here, I wish he would stay, and he's actually been doing pretty alright for himself in the Tours Plaza leaderboard. If you can check right now, Dreepy along with the Iron Pikachu has been like they've been the grinders. They're the 2023 grinders compared to me. The strap and concept everything both got get decent votes, and Arabi got last. But yeah, Roth now very well deserved win. Definitely a breakout star if I ever seen one.
Yep, I agree. He did well.
Next up, the Udon Girl Award for the most gimmicky player. I only had room for 5. Honorable mention goes to TPP. And yeah, these are the 5. But I wasn't gonna make this like same 6 heavy. Okay, I know that tier is built on gimmicks, but like, give Partners in Crime some cred. Give Sylveon some cred because his OU builds are actually pretty dang gimmicky, but they're pretty dang good. But yeah, there's also the same representation with GX and Temp, so yeah. The Udon Girl Award goes to. Actually, Pokemon, did you vote? Who did you vote for?
I think I voted Zoe just because of the cloth.
Hey, you just voted one for that level 1 cloth strat?
Yes.
Well, this one was really close. The winner go to Temp with 10 votes, 30.3% of the votes won. Second place went to Zoe with 7 votes, 21.2%. And
I guess other people remembered the cloth.
everyone remembered the cloth. Maybe Chromate also remembered the cloth. And he beat the living crap out of Zoe. Sylveon and
I think you mean Yuki. Yuki was the one who faced it.
oh, Yuki. Okay, right. GXC and Sylveon both sharing 18.2% of the vote, and then finally Yuki himself. But yeah, Temp, he was la primera soporto for the Absol posters, and yeah, definitely deserves the award. Definitely deserves the win.
Can we acknowledge the fact that the players listed for this reward are 2 Partners in Crime players, 2 Sing 6 players, and then Sylveon is common.
He was gimmicky in his OU builds. I personally saw it. They were great, okay? Sylveon, you're a goat. Hopefully you keep building more whack builds like that, because I really want to see more of those. Even he helped me with Same 6 as well. That man can build. that man has ideas, and I'm just rooting for Sylveon all the way, especially in this upcoming
Since
TLT.
since I can reveal this now that the tour is over, yep, that is true because I took Sylveon from your team to use as some support for my team
In the semis, yeah, you
mid
used.
tour.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't semis.
Oh, it was
It
still
was
in the
like for
leagues.
half the tournament.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess your OU guy needed some help as well, and your same six.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Sylveon, I'm rooting for you, buddy. Hopefully, in this upcoming TLT, you bring more of the gimmicks, more of the gimmicky players. Next up, unluckiest player. Oh boy, I could have literally put like 15 options here, but I had to stick with six. So here are the six that were chosen. So the winner. Oh, actually, Jared, who did you pick?
I wasn't really sure who to pick, so I just picked JJ.
It was pretty unlucky, but the loser. It was very close. The biggest loser award, aka the unluckiest player, went to Avarice and JJ, both tying with 21.2% of the vote. Your vote literally tied both Avarice and JJ.
That is very funny because Avarice was my second pick.
And there you go. You're your top two, and of course everyone but Tranquility shared 15.2% of the vote. So Axe, you didn't even share the 15.2%. You are truly the unluckiest player this TPP because you got last because of this. You almost had an equal pizza pie, but one more vote would have sufficed. And yet,
Well, no, not. It would then someone else would have been the unlucky one to get last.
yeah, I guess so. No, so it would have been a four-way tie had Axe not lost a single vote. So yeah, who really was the unluckiest player? Even the award said so. All right, next up we have Sweep City Pokemon Edition. This category goes to the Pokemon that I saw, the sets that I saw were built for sweeping and were the most creative at sweeping. So these are the five that were chosen. Also, some of these have appeared multiple times, but well, some of them have only appeared once. So yeah, you got the Zarude, which was a pretty like useful mon in that 1 week. You had the Corviknight, you had the Dialga with Dragon Nest Gigaton Hammer, you got the Articuno Galar, which was your idea, Pokeyard. And we got the Heatran from Partners in Crime and such. So, the winner of that award for the Sweep City Award goes to Zarude.
Yeah, that figures.
The Zarude. Yeah, don't mind the fact that this is like because I made an oopsie and thought Flame Charge was part of the set, but it's actually Bulk Up. But whatever. The Zarude set won collectively with 45.4% of the vote, 15 votes overall. Very nice. Second place was the Corviknight, which we've seen a lot of, with Bulk Up Agility Rouge Power Trip with 6 votes. Third place was Articuno Geller and Dialga, and then last place was the Heatran, which is, I think, the most common. You know what? But it's still like pretty cool. It is still like pretty cool to see. So yeah, very good. The Zarude set one. Pokearts, of course, not surprised. It was a very good
Yeah,
Zarude.
wait a minute. Why are there two Zarude options?
Because one of them was for the bulk up and one of them was flame charge. It was being counted for both.
Yeah, but it doesn't learn flame charge.
I don't know why. And the flame charge one got more votes than. No, I combined them. I said it combined. It's fine. It's still the Zarude set. It's still the Zarude set. Zarude won. Good job, monkey. Alright.
Yep, by a long shot.
Upset of the year. There are games here that are newcomers beating established players, and then there are just some games that made me upset. So let's see who won out of these 5 games. The winner,
Okay.
the winner was,
A three-way tie?
yes, it's a 3-way tie between Swag God beating Carl Dude Guy, Nat Charisma beating Concept Everything, and Dreepy beating Temp, all having 8 votes with 24.2% each.
And then Axel getting defeated by Meta is fourth, and
Maybe.
Mayuka defeating Casual is last.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly so.
Wow, unsurprisingly.
Yes, because it's Rams. Literally anyone can defeat anyone.
But you didn't expect Mapeka, literal random out of nowhere, beating someone who is established as Casual.exe, even though they're literally
Yeah,
less.
but didn't Appers like beat Fragments or something at one time?
That was not an upset. That was just a game that made us upset. Actually, that might have been counted. that might just count. Whatever. I'm surprised Meta defeating Axel wasn't voted more. That would have been my pick. Because it made me upset, it made a lot of people upset, and it was just a very upsetting win.
But yeah, I guess my vote of Creepy defeating Temp made a three-way tie. Whoops.
Yeah, congratulations,
But
Pokeyard.
I guess basically the Litwicks won this one because two of our games were tied for, you know,
Upset.
first.
Yeah, congratulations, Litwicks. Congratulations. Next up, meme of the tour. There were some memes. There were some big memes. There were some memes. They're very self. They're
I
very.
have a feeling I know who won, even though it's not what I voted.
They're self-explanatory memes, and the winner, of course, was, of course, you know, I know, we all know, it's the Yoko Predicts with 12 votes, 36.4%. Surprisingly, not a bigger margin than I thought, because if it was a bigger margin, then that would be considered a bigger meme.
I like how literally no one voted for you predicting against Mossy every week.
No one watches the videos, that's why.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it'd be a lesser known one.
Yeah, it's my lesser known one,
I
but it is a meme.
personally voted for Dutza winning the first 2 weeks by opponents bringing illegal teams.
Because that was funny. That was really funny.
Yes, it was funny, and Fragments' post made it funnier.
Yeah, I really should have counted Fragments as post because that was just icing on the cake. Um, OMM's being second place came in third because that was also funny as hell. That when we were looking through the records, we got a negative differential, and yet we're second place because y'all suck. Up to that point,
Yep.
and yeah, it's a video thing because me predicting Mossy Sandwich every other week is really funny. I just happen to just predict against Mossy, and yet he still has a more positive record. So yeah, well done. But yeah, well done Yoko. Well done Yoko for winning. Here's your pity trophy. It's literally made out of cardboard. All right, next up. Oh, now we're getting into the big awards, the big boy awards. Best Poke AA player. Poke abilities was a fun tier to build, and these 6 were the best in their field. So who won Poke Art? Who did you vote for?
I voted for Rafna, of course,
Good.
even though the number man has a better record overall, but he did not have the best record in Poke AAA, I believe.
Yes, he did not. But the number man still won. 13 votes. 39.4% of the vote. People just like the number man, Poke Art. It's also because the number man is OMM's god.
Yeah, I know.
Rafna got take solace in the fact that
Wait, Sammy's points.
Yeah, take solace in the fact that Rothner got second with 9 votes. 27.3% of the vote, very well deserved. Panu got third, 18.2. Eggs, Don Vasquez, and Fabulu, you go in your 1 and 2 point collective over there. So yeah, congratulations.
Well, I'm really surprised that Don didn't get more votes and came in last of all things, despite actually doing pretty well.
No one thought of Don's games, unfortunately, even though he had a pretty good record. No one seemed to care for his games, even though I personally cared. He did bring some good heat, and he
Yeah,
did perform
that's
well.
sad.
That is sad. That is very sad. Congratulations, TNM, though. You won. You won again. Next up, Stab and Mega. Stab and Mega was definitely a contentious tier, to say the least, because we got 3 overall really good players in this pool, and then we got the other 3. So, who won out of the 3? It is Oakless, 16 votes, 48.5%. Second place was the Ice Master with 11 votes, 33.3. Axel came in third with 3 pity votes. That's that's good motivation for Axel, guys.
Okay, who had the better record, Axel or Ice Master? This feels unfair.
I know Pokard would have been. I know Pokard would bring the salt to this room. Yeah, Axel had the better record.
Yeah, but everyone loves Ice Master because he's Ice Master.
The salt, the salt continues, but no one can deny that the
I
freaking.
know you voted Ice Master, Yoko. I know you voted Ice Master.
So we know who to blame. All right, congratulations to
We have the
Oakleys.
right to blame Yoko this time.
Hashtag blame Yoko. But congratulations to Oakleys, though, very well deserved because he had the 8-1 record. So I mean, who's to say that Oakleys doesn't deserve this award?
Yeah, true. I mean, he did outperform. It was pretty cool.
No, you're right. He did overperform. But yeah, Axel, 3 measly votes. I hope this is like not a bad omen for next year. He has beaten Ice Master almost every time uh, in Torch Plaza Premiere, but I'm yes, I am jinxing him. So, well done, well done, Oakleys. All right, next up, same six, the best same six player, the best same six player. I didn't put myself because I had a lazy record. These are the 5 that have the best record. So, who won in Same Six? Who did you vote for, Pokeyard?
I'm sorry, Dreepy. I voted for GXC.
Yep. And GXC overwhelmingly won. This is the biggest win we had yet. 20 votes with 60.6% of the vote went to GXC. Not surprised. He went 7-0 and brought in. He brought. Actually, I personally thought the GXC's builds aren't as good as the ones he brought in past TPPs, but they still carried him to a 7-0. So I guess well done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Second place was Temp with 9 votes, 27.3%. Third place is TPP, and then Dreepy and Lechen both have 1 singular vote. Next up, best Mystery OU player. These are the 5, and who won? But with the one with the best record, of course. The winner was Ewin. Ewin with 12 votes and 36.4% of the vote. 5-0 with 1 dead game, particular in week 7, which Which never to speak of again. Shiloh came in second with 27.3% of the vote. Next came Sylveon with 7. Well, I personally voted for Sylveon. Dugsa came in fourth, and then Dex came in last with 1 measly vote. So well done, you win.
Well done indeed.
Next up is Partners in Crime. you four.
Yeah, I don't think this is close.
You four motherfuckers were very lucky to be on the ballot because the winner was overwhelmingly Chromite. Sharing the same records as GXC in terms of votes. 20 votes with 60.6% of the vote. Second place was Instruct with 6 votes, 18.2. Frixel came in third over 4 votes with 12.1. Fourth is Zern, and fifth was your boy Jaspros. Was the one vote you, Pokeyard?
No, it wasn't.
Well, better appreciate that one person who voted for Jaspros. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Congratulations, Chromate. Next up, we have Multi-Gen Rans. We only had 4 people who did fairly well for themselves in Multi-Gen Ranbats. And the winner was, of course, UN, the only Capital.exe. 15 votes. 15 votes, 45.5% of the votes. Second place was Los Gonoshuto with 10 votes, 30.3%. Third place was Super Epic Ampharos with 6 votes. And then finally was Fragments with only 2 measly votes. Well done.
That is sad for Fragments.
It is a
I
very
can
sad.
understand, obviously, why Casual won, because, you know.
Yeah, he carried himself to a pretty good record for the Absols. He is right now the best Rans player with the best Rans record. But come on, well, so I would have personally gone for Losco because Losco did fairly well himself. All right, next up was Naptex Ubers. We had 6 people who did fairly well for themselves. Very very nice. The winner, surprisingly, was FC. Well, actually, unsurprisingly, because he had 17 votes, 51.5%. FC is FC as always. Second place was The Strap with 7 votes, 21.2. Third place was Taka, 4 votes. Concept Everything and Ainscrad both sharing 2 votes, and then Farce of the Death only having 1 measly vote.
Oh, I was the only one who voted for Farce.
Yeah, it seems like Farce wasn't credited all that much, despite going in with much hype. Yeah, he just didn't play. He just had a very unlucky. Even though he ended on a positive record, he just wasn't lucky.
That sucks, man.
I wish Farce would come back. He seems like a chill guy.
I wish that as well.
And for the last,
He was nice to have on the team. He was pretty busy, but he did genuinely try his best.
yeah, his games were decent. All right, and now finally for Capmons, or Camo Cap, or whatever you want to call it. We have 5 notable players here, but the winner is, of course, our boy, Mossy Sandwich, with 12 votes, 36.4%. Second place is Carl with 7 votes, 21.2%. Euphanos and Numberman both tied with 5, and then Kepper was 4 votes. So again, despite me predicting against you every week, congratulations, Mossy. You deserve this Camo Cap award.
Yeah, I voted for Euphanos, so I personally thought Mossy would probably win.
Yeah. Here's a fun one. Best Tourist Plaza Premiere Edition. we have history now with Tours Plaza Premiere. 5 editions of this damn tour, and we've gone through the 5 iterations. We were there since the beginning, so we can obviously confirm that we personally know which one was the best tour. But the winner for this one in particular, according to the public, this tour won. Tours Plaza Premier 5 with 20 votes and 60.6%.
I think you mean TPP 3 1. Tours Plaza 5 doesn't count.
Tours Plaza 5 did not happen. Yeah, Tourist Plaza 3 was next, second place with 4 votes, 12.1%. Thank you guys. This was the tour I hosted. So, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for the 4 votes. And of course, TPP 1, 2, and 4 all got 9.1%. But yeah, this tour won. Okay, Art, I don't know how to feel about that. Do you?
Not really.
I guess because people were competing for the first time, they thought, yeah, this is the best one. This one, because I'd never experienced the other 4 tours. But us old heads in the Plaza community know which one is the best one. Oh, we know. We just didn't vote. All right,
We know, alright.
all right. Time for the final bits of awards. But they're the biggest awards. First of all, is the Most Valuable Pokemon Award. This one goes out to the Pokemon that has contributed the most towards Plaza Premiere. Had some incredible sets that the people have worked off of. Had some incredible typings. Had some incredible movesets. Had some incredible performances. Had some incredible MVP style games that they had. Honorable mention, and I seriously forgot this while I was looking up which Pokemon to add to this list. Honorable mention, Goldengo, because it genuinely contributed to a lot more tiers than you counted. Thanks, Pokeart.
Yeah, it's just a good Pokemon in general. I just thought of it because, it's Golden Go.
It's Goldengo
I don't,
because,
I don't know if that's actually accurate to say it's one of the more used ones, though.
I mean, it was used a lot in this particular tour. It was used a lot. OU, Stab and Mega, Partners in Crime, OKA to some extent. Yeah. Goldengo was just very, very useful. But the winner is, of course, this may be recency bias, but it is Ogre Pawn. All forms of Ogre Pawn counted, and this was the winner with 12 votes, 36.4%. Second place was Ursaluna, Blood Moon, or regular, both count, with 27.3%, 9 votes. Third place was Cresselia with 7 votes. Next is Regieleki with 4, and then Heatran got a measly 1.
I just want to say I'm kind of surprised that Reggie Alecki didn't get more votes when it felt like we were seeing it all over the place.
We saw it in the early weeks, definitely. It was like one of the most used mons in like the first 2 weeks, and then it go banned during the middle. I think that's why we stopped seeing it. It's because it got banned, and of course it's recency bias because Ogrepawn won. Congratulations to the girl with the teal mask.
Yep, she's a good little girl.
She's a good little girl. A very tragic backstory. Best game, penultimate or time. Best game. Can you think of any other game that warrants a mention? I personally thought the games in in TPP 5 especially, absolutely underdelivered or just left it all up to a sweep. These were the 3 games that I consider the most competitive all throughout, even though one literally ended on the freeze.
Yeah, and the other one was sort of very winnable but choked.
Mm. Mossy Sandwich versus Euphanus won with
I see that.
13 votes, 39.4% of the votes, and Yuki and Crewmate and Numberman and Rafna both tied with 10 votes each. I personally would have voted Yuki versus Girlmate because that matchup made me laugh. It made me laugh. It made me scream in delight. It just made good sets. It was just a very funny game.
I
Literally,
just wanted to vote either the Numberman versus Rafna or Mossy versus Euphanos because both are teams from my team.
but and yeah,
So I voted Mossy versus Euphanos because Euphanos actually won that.
so yeah, well done to Masi and Euphanos. That was considered, well, statistically wise, this is the best game. And finally, the best overall player. The best overall player award, where an esteemed Hall of Fame has been granted the keys to the kingdom. Who will win the best overall player award? Might actually surprise.
I'm looking at the results and I guess I understand, but like the player with the best overall record in the tour did not win. That's interesting.
The winner was Oakley's with 11 votes, 33.3% of the votes. Numberman and JXC both tied with 9%, and Chromate, who had the best record in TPP, has the lowest votes with 4.
I think that might be the stupidest thing here. That might just be the stupidest thing here. The fact that the player who literally has the best record in the tour is in last for best overall player. What?
Yeah, I guess people just don't like PAC. Or the fact that, yeah, Chromate's 9-0. Let's pick Oakley's instead. Let's pick his teammate because he was better than Chromate in any way, shape, or form. Little did they realize that, Chromate got the 9-0, Oakley's did not, and yet he's the one getting the shaft for for the lowest player. Even worse than GXC, the number man. Really, guys?
Yeah, like
Absolute memers, all of you.
at the very least, I think all of these guys do deserve to be here. They all did fantastic.
Yeah, they all did fantastic. The number man, especially. Like, we were talking about overall records for the cumulative records for TPP 1 through TPP 5. The number man is currently 35-2. Over.
Call BS.
You call BS?
Yes, because that number was not taken from actually checking.
Wow, we might have to pull up the bullshit counter on this one. I want to.
Yes, I would like to actually see records from all the TPPs to confirm such a thing.
Oh man, we could pull it up. We could pull it up. I just need to find the first one. But the tours 2, 3, 4, 5. The spreadsheets are pretty publicly accessible. That's the word. So we could check there. But yeah, I call BS as well. we gotta.
Me too.
Yeah. But that brings us to the end of Tours Plaza Premiere 5. Thank you to Doki for hosting, and thank you everyone so much for tuning in our coverage. If you've managed to stick out for the remainder of this video, I salute you. So yeah,
Yeah, thanks, Ducky. Thanks, Ducky, for hosting. I think you should take a break next year, though, and let someone else get the go.
yeah, he's hosted literally BLT and TPP, and I think another one.
Someone else host. Quit talking now.
And I think he's also co-hosting TL2 with Axe. So yeah, he's definitely done a lot.
Don't be the Thea of Tours Room.
He's gonna be the Thea of Tour's Room if he keeps up. he's gonna be the Thea of Tour's Room. I'm predicting it right now in like 5 years. Or no, better yet, the next year. Next year.
Bro, Ducky's gonna be retired in 5 years, I'm pretty sure.
Well, we'll see about that. And Trace will still be room owner by then. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video. leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell as you see all the upcoming videos once they show up. Because the next tour we're going to be handling is TLT7. Hopefully, you'll be there by then. So yeah.
Hopefully, indeed. I'm running a little behind on points. I'm still in top 16. Just got a few more. Just got one more point, but I
You
need
got one.
more. Can't just keep getting by with these singular points.
Yeah. Hey, you're getting greedy. You're getting greedy, Pokemon. So hopefully you do qual, and hopefully we'll rank. Oh, well, hopefully we'll rank you in the same tier that we did in our tier list. Well, we're getting off topic. This has been McCoy signing out. Thanks for watching, TPP. I'll see you next year.
Farewell.